Nancy interrupted.
Hey, my
The other
precious
young people laughed,
beauties.
and Ned said,
Cookie
"That
Kelly
was really the
here.
surprise we had for you.
I just
Some
want to
Emerson
warn you
students and their
now.
friends are joining a group from the University of Nevada
I'm very
and going into
stressed
the desert
out.
to search for a forgotten city.
My honey
Or at
bunny
least
ended
some of
up
the
in the
artifacts the
hospital,
ancient people may have left."
and we found out
Nancy's
he's
eyes
pretty
sparkled.
sick.
"How wonderful," she exclaimed.
He will
"You
get
all did
over
manage
it,
to keep the secret. And even
thank
though I
God.
accidentally came upon what may be a
But
clue,
it's going to take
you
a
did surprise
bit,
me. I think this is exciting."
and he's in a
When do
lot
you
of
leave?
pain.
Ned replied, "We consulted your dad, and he said you may go anytime.
But anyway,
But you
I
will
haven't
probably
slept
want
for
to
a
finish another
while.
job
I don't know how many
He
days.
thinks it will take 2 or 3
And
days." Mrs. Wabash said.
at this
"Professor
point in
Donmcguire told me
time,
that Nancy is the finest amateur detective in the
I've been
country.
changing my
And
stuff.
that is the reason why I came all the way to River Heights."
Y'all been changing my
She
stuff
informed
around, and
Nancy's
I
friends about the
honestly
theft of her dictionary and her precious
don't know
stamp
where
tablets and
anything
concluded by
is.
saying, "I don't know whether I have an enemy or the thief merely wanted to get hold
I
of
didn't
the
get
tablets.
any makeup
With them,
out.
he could try solving the mystery himself and find the
Um,
gold. In any case, I have decided to leave this one tablet with you, Nancy.
I have
See what you can
Nancy
figure out.
Drew
And if you can
reading in the
possibly trace the
background
others,
because she
it will
seems
make
to
me very happy." "Thank you," said Nancy. "I'll
calm
make a
me a
drawing of
little
this
bit.
plaque
That and
and keep the
Huckleberry
original in a
Finn.
safe place.
But the
When I come out to
Huckleberry
Nevada,
Finn
I'll
reader
return it
is
to
a
you."
new reader,
Before saying
and I don't
goodbye,
like
the
his
Indian
voice.
told the young people that a young
Actually, I
woman in
don't like
Nevada
her
named
voice
Miss
either.
Antler might be of great help to them. Try to locate her when you get out there. Dave offered to drive Mrs. Wabash back to the motel, and she
Anyway, y'all,
accepted. Nancy's thoughts returned to the tablet, which she picked up to study. Suddenly, the young sleuth wondered
yes,
if her eyes were deceiving her.
I'm drinking
A
Coors
small
Light.
figure in the lower left-hand corner was glowing. It
I'm
looked
so
like a
stressed
scorpion,
out.
its head raised high. "Look everywhere!" Nancy cried out, as her friends crowded around the tablet.
So,
The figure faded.
anyway,
Though Nancy tried hard to explain what she
let's
had
see
seen,
what we.
the others thought the girl
What you doing,
detective was
Pokey
joking.
Pokey?
"Nancy Drew, you're
Ruru
imagining
is
things,"
eating.
I said. "I don't see a
They
thing.
haven't been
All those
eating
funny
either.
little pictures are on the other parts of this tablet." "No more,"
They're
said.
stressed
But
too.
Nancy wondered
They're
about the
very
strange
stressed
occurrence. The
too.
scorpion did not light up
Mona
again.
was
But through her
puking today and
magnifying glass,
hasn't eaten for 3
Nancy
days.
could see the arachnid plainly.
She worries
continued
about
to study
Daddy.
the
She's been
scorpion.
going and just
Had some trick
staring
of the sunlight coming into the room suddenly
in the
made it glare.
doorway where he
She tried holding
is.
the tablet in the exact position she had held it
And then
before.
last night she
Nothing
did
happened.
something she's never
"What is the
done.
thing you saw?" "That's
She
us."
laid up
Nancy
against
shrugged
him
and
with her
said she would
feet
get a book
on
wild
him
animal life in the southwestern United States.
and didn't move.
Presently, she came to the conclusion that what she had thought was an arachnid was a chuckwalla,
And it was just, it
16-inch
was
lizard,
heartwarming.
which was
But
harmless, although it looked menacing. She reported this
I'm
to her
very
friends.
tired, y'all.
"Here's something amazing about it,"
I
Nancy said.
redid my
"The
beauty
chuckwalla
room
can wedge itself into a
because
crevice
when
and
I
then inflate
get-
its body. This makes it almost impossible for an
when I
enemy
get
to drag the creature.
overstressed
By the way, it says here that at one time the
and
chuckwalla
can't
was used as
control
food by
the
Indians.
stress,
Maybe, George said.
this is what
There
I
was a group
do.
who called
I just
themselves
do
the Chuckwalla
stupid
Tribe.
stuff. My best
Afterward,
friend came over
Nancy begged
today.
her friends to tell her more about the trip they had planned.
Oh no, I
Ned
guess she
explained
kind
that
of
it would be a
sensed
caravan.
something.
There'll be trucks,
I don't know.
cars, Land
But
Rovers,
anyway, she
and
stayed
even
here
a
for a
whole
little
kitchen on a
bit,
truck
and that
chassis.
helped me a lot. And
George
she's
grinned
going
and
through
looked
a
at
lot
us.
of stuff
"That's the
herself.
place for you, cousin.
Okay,
You can
and
cook all the goodies you want." "Okay," Bess
I want to
retorted.
be there for
"I'll
her,
fix you.
and I
I'll
want to
make
be
a
there
tasty
for my
dish
honey
just for you
bunny,
and fill it with
and
red
I
peppers."
have to be here for
The others
myself.
laughed, and Bert remarked, "I guess that will hold you for a
So
while,
this is
George."
where we are,
At that
okay?
moment, the young people heard a
Let's
car
get
turn into the
started. I do
driveway.
need to pick
Mr.
some
Drew was
makeup
arriving
because
home.
I didn't pick
In
any.
a few minutes, the
So
car,
let's look over here,
Tractor
because y'all,
Lawyer
I've
entered
been
the living
doing
room
stuff,
greeting
okay?
Nancy and friends. When he heard how
Here's
Nancy had received
my
advance
little bigger
information about the
palettes
treasure hunt, he laughed.
here,
But his smile turned to a frown a little later. When he
and
was
I
told about
am
the
looking
Bigfoot Joe
for,
and his attack on Mrs. Wabash.
this
"I'm
is one
sorry
of the
to hear
new
this," he
ones,
said.
but it's all
"Nancy,
tore up.
Of course you've
But that's
notified the
okay,
police."
because
"Yes,
it'll
Dad.
still work.
They promised to call if there were any
It will
leads on the
still
thief,
work.
but I haven't
Y'all
heard
see
from
my
them."
eyes?
10 minutes later, Hannah grew
It's
up
because I
in the
have
living room
not
and
slept in a
downstairs.
few days,
Everyone
but that's
went into the
okay,
dining
because
room
we can
with a
live.
housekeeper
I'm
and
not
set of
dead,
lovely
okay?
tea. Nancy
And
gave
then
the
let's
mothers
go
a helping
to,
hand. "Now I know why you wouldn't let me in the kitchen," she said. "How attractively you
this is
arranged
our
the plate.
bronzer drawer
And what
now.
a
It was
delicious
over
looking
there.
salad. This was to be the
This,
first course.
y'all look.
After everyone was seated,
What would I use that
Mr.
for?
Drew said grace.
Let's
Then
use
the
it
meal
today.
started. The group
Might
was
as
about
well,
halfway
right?
through dinner when Tony
We
and
have
Ned
it, we
brought
need to
friends
use
over.
it.
He raced from the kitchen to the dining
And then
room
here's
and
my
came back.
powders, and I've always
He
heard
jumped
about
into a
this,
chair
so
and gave a series
let's
of
bring
short
her out.
remarks. Then he ran to the
And
front
down
door
here
and
is
barked
my
again
chimels.
insistently. Nancy left her chair and followed
We
him.
got this,
What's the
and I've
matter,
never
Togo?
used
She
it.
asked. Do you hear another dog
Liquid
outside?
Flow.
Or is somebody at the door?
Let's bring her
The
out.
bell had not
Okay,
rung.
let's go over
But Nancy
here
opened
because
the
I've
door
done
and
some
looked
stuff
out.
over here.
Seeing no
I
one,
moved all my
she was
big
puzzled and
pallets
ran
here.
after Togo. Suddenly, a
Um,
man's voice cried out from the darkness, "Don't follow me, and call off your dog, or I'll shoot him." Chapter 3. Vanished guests.
What do you mean shoot a dog, bitch? I'll kill
Nancy
you.
hoped Togo would hear her and come back. She called his name, clapped her hands, and whistled some more. The little terrier did not return. Suddenly,
Let's
she heard
do
a
this
shout.
one.
Nancy's heart sank.
It's got
Had
different
the
colors
dreadful
in
man
it, and
carried
we'll
out
do
his
that
threat?
one.
Oh, it just can't be true, she told herself.
And here's
Again, she called
my
loudly.
color correctors
Togo, where are
and
you?
concealers.
By this time,
And
Nancy
I do
saw
have a
Mr. Drew
new
was
one right
They could
here
not
that I
see
got for
Nancy,
real
but could
cheap.
hear her.
It's got
They
a
set
pink
off in the
hue to
direction
it.
from which the sounds came.
So we're gonna go for
Finally,
that.
they
And I've
reached
got
What happened? What's up?
all this stuff.
Quickly, Nancy explained, and there
This
were murmurs
one
of anger and
is
sympathy. Ned and George had brought flashlights,
TWG.
and now everyone searched for footprints. Apparently, the fugitive had been
I don't
standing
know.
nearby, and it was easy to follow the indentations left by the shoes. Right beside them were Togo's
Let's
tiny
do.
footprints. Carry on.
This is
Finally, all the
AOA.
impressions ended at the main road. Mr. Drew said, "The
These
man
are my
must have
skin
entered the car
tints.
again." Bess's eyes were filled with tears.
And
Do you
my
think he took Togo with him? The lawyer said he had no idea. But there was
foundations.
one thing of
But I
which he
think I
was
want to
certain.
use this skin tint or this one.
Let's hope,
I've
said
really
Bess,
never done
that
this
the
one,
man
so I
didn't
think
take
I'm going
Togo
to do
away
this
and kill
one.
him somewhere else. It was a doleful group that walked back to the Drew home. Hannah had prepared a delicious apple
So
snow
yeah,
food round
so
the
y'all
sauce.
may not hear me speak
Though there was no
again
conversation. When everybody had
because
finished, Nancy
yeah.
said she wanted to examine the man's footprints. From a casual first glance at them, she was
I
sure
am
they would
gonna
match
put
those that
some
had been left before by Fleetwood.
Clinique
Mr. Drew said,
Smart
"After
Clinical
you do
Repair
that, I
Wrinkle
think we'd better call the
Correcting
police,
Serum.
especially if the footprints do match those in our yard." All the young people went
I'll
outdoors,
put some this
some to
on,
follow Nancy,
and we're going to
and
do
the
this
others
pretty
to look
deep.
at the prints at the rear of the Drew home.
Okay.
"There are good impressions near the hedge," Nancy told the group, as she beamed her flashlight on the latest series.
'Cause I
She was
need to.
convinced they belonged to the same
I've been
man
taking
Fleetwood
care of
chose.
my face
"I'll call
in 3
headquarters,"
days
Nancy
because
said, "and ask if there's any report on Fleetwood."
I had to watch
When
and
she reached
y'all.
the phone, Nancy changed her mind and called Chief McGinnis at home instead of headquarters. He was astounded at the
It's in
latest bit
my
of news and
arms,
angry about the dog's
and I've
disappearance
hurt
in
myself
Huffleton.
up
"We
here
have no leads yet on Fleetwood,"
because I was
"but my
trying
men
to
are working on it. Up to now, we assumed he had skipped town, but evidently he's still around."
take
"What
care
do
of
you
my
think he
honey bunny,
wants?"
okay?
"I believe," Nancy replied,
Oh, that feels
"he's
pretty
looking for
good.
the one tablet he did not take from Mrs.
Okay,
Walker's
now
file.
we're going to go
We have
in.
it here." During Nancy's
I'm
telephone
not even going to
conversation,
use a
her friends
prime
scoured the neighborhood
eyeshadow
in all
primer.
directions.
I just
It
want
was
to use
possible
these
that Togo had
colors.
been shot just before the man got into the
They're
car and
kind
was
of
trying to make his way
funky
home.
looking.
After a 20-minute search, they returned to the house
See
and
this?
reported failure. Bess put an arm around Nancy. "This is dreadful, but don't give up hope. You know Togo is a very
I think I'm
smart
going to go
little
with
dog.
that lightest
Let's hope
color
that
that's
somehow he
there,
gets
the
away
little
from
bit of
Fleetwood."
color
Nancy smiled and gave
that's
Bess a hug.
there.
"Thanks. You're sweet to be so concerned."
And then
The
who?
girl detective felt that with Fleetwood still in the area, Mrs.
Oh,
Wabash
my
might be in
eye.
danger.
Yeah, ooh,
She
this is
decided to
supposed to
alert
be
the
yellow,
woman to the
y'all.
possibility. She dialed the motel where Mrs. Wabash was staying and was
Wow.
shocked at the reply she
It's supposed to be
received from the
yellow.
operator there. Mrs. Wabash checked out and left no forwarding address. Nancy was surprised that the Indian woman would leave without telling her, but perhaps she had received some message from home and had decided to go back at once. Nancy tried to learn
That
from the
is
desk
not
clerk and
yellow,
reporter
is it?
whether or not Mrs. Wabash
See
had
that?
made a plane reservation.
Does that
No, she
look
didn't,
yellow to
was
you
her
right
reply.
there?
She had scarcely put down the receiver
On the brush it
when
does.
Nancy heard aggressive barking at the front door.
But look,
She literally leaped across the hall and flung the front door open.
that's blue.
Her little terrier jumped into his mistress's arms. "Oh, you're safe.
That's
You
blue.
weren't shot after all," she cried out, hugging her pet. His response was to lick her cheeks, then jump out of her arms and
All
race
right,
toward the
okay,
kitchen.
anyway.
Hannah greeted him with a
Now I'm going to
joyful,
go in
"Togo,
with this
you're back,
darkest
and
brown
you
right
want something
here.
to eat. Well, I certainly think you deserve it." Everyone
Right
had
there.
followed the
Well,
little
not the
dog into
darkest brown, the
kitchen and
darkest
Georgia
brown for me that
If
I'll
Togo
use.
could only talk. Suddenly, Nancy leaned down and looked at the dog's collar. "Here's a note," she told the others. Quickly, she opened it. "Read the message. then reread it aloud. Leave stone with pictures by old oak tree at entrance of abandoned mining Ironton after sunset tomorrow. So Fleetfoot was here to get the plaque. Nancy exclaimed. Hannah beamed at Togo, and this little fellow scared him away. Nancy asked her father what he thought they
That's a
should do
pretty
about
color
the
too.
road.
It doesn't
He
look
thought that it should not be ignored and suggested they
brown.
contact Chief McGinnis. Once more Nancy dialed the officer's home and spoke to him. Upon hearing the message, he chuckled. You work fast on your mysteries, Nancy Drew, he commented. Let me see now. I guess the best thing would be to play along with this fellow. Suppose you find a stone about the same size as the tablet and wrap it up in a package. I'll send a plainclothesman for it tomorrow afternoon. At once Nancy told him that Ned, Bert, and
I think
Dave
I
were
want
at
to
the
go
house.
into one of these
Couldn't they
other
leave the
colors
package,
that's
she asked.
broken.
Once more the man chuckled.
This one.
Well, you've made
right
pretty
here.
good detectives of them, I admit, the chief said.
And there's
All
its
right,
color.
you do it that way and let me
It's
know
like
what
this
happens.
grayish
After
color.
hanging up, Nancy
and
had a
just go
sudden
in the
idea and she
corner.
said to her friends, if we give the thief a plain stone, he'll know right away we didn't carry out his wishes and will probably return to do us more harm. Why don't we try to please him and yet frustrate him? George wanted to know how Nancy intended to do this. The young detective smiled. Evidently, the series of tablets tell an important story.
I'm gonna go in
and
with this
perhaps even give
lightest
directions to
blue,
treasure.
the only blue that's
One
in
wrong
here,
link in the chain of pictures might
because the
spoil
other
whole
color's
thing.
freaking
Mr. Drew, who was in the
saturated in
background,
the
listened to
mail.
grin. An excellent idea,
Y'all,
Nancy, he said.
the post
What do
office
you
is
have in
getting
mind?
pretty damn
Carvings
sorry.
and petroglyphs.
You're
Nancy
getting pretty
replied,
sorry.
Exactly. She turned to the boys. Tomorrow morning, would you mind hunting for a stone that looks like the one here? The boys agreed and took a good look at the tablet. Nancy found a short ruler and measured the length, width, and thickness of the stone. Bess remarked, this old tablet is quite reddish. Do you think you can find anything that color around here? Mr. Drew answered the question. Over in the next county the earth and the
I think
stones
I'm gonna
are
go
quite
with this
red.
white
I
right
suggest
here.
you go there. In a
and
short
kinda
while the
go
boys
over
left
the
with Bess and
gray
George to return to their homes for the night.
and blue.
Nancy and Ned stayed up for another hour
And bring it
while
out
she made
just
a
a little
careful
bit
drawing
more.
of the tablet that belonged to Mrs. Wabash. Then she began designing a new set of petroglyphs to put on the stone the boys would bring. When the drawings were finished, Ned laughed. That's misleading, all right, he said. You've turned a sheep into a goat, rain into sunshine, and a long line
I'm just
turning to the
gonna
right
wipe this
directly
up real
to the
quick.
left. Both young people began to yawn. Nancy picked up all her work and headed for the stairs. I'll finish this tomorrow. Ned kissed her good night and said, see you in the morning. Good night, Ned. Sweet dreams. Soon after breakfast the following day, Ned set off to pick up Bert and Dave.
Okay.
In a short time, George and Bess arrived at the Drew home. Up in her room, Nancy showed them the drawings she had
Okay,
made
now
for
I'm
the
gonna go
tablet.
in with my.
It's so much like the other and yet so different, Bess remarked. The whole thing,
This
I
is,
hope, said Nancy,
Perfect
will portray a misleading
Ultra
story to put on the stone
HD.
the boys will bring.
Perfect
Bess looked
complexion.
at the work, then asked,
I can't
would
say
you mind
that
explaining
name.
to me what all this means? It's worse than a jigsaw puzzle. Nancy smiled. Part of this is guesswork, of course. But here's my interpretation of the original story. Chapter 4. The
I'm
Wiretapper.
gonna use my little
Bess and
sponge.
George sat on the floor in Nancy's bedroom and waited for the young detective to tell her story. She held up the drawing and pointed. You see this big man here? I believe he was the leader of a group represented on this plaque. You'll notice he has something on his head that could be a fancy headdress. I understand that in ancient times the leader always covered his head to indicate this rank. Bess interrupted to ask, and this string of smaller people, who are they? Nancy's guess was that they might be his family or his servants. George remarked that some of the human figures wore skirts. Did women wear skirts thousands of years ago? Apparently, Nancy replied. I read someplace that the skirt was really like a working outfit. It may have had pockets or loops through which cooking utensils could be slipped. Bess began to giggle. Imagine carrying a stone fork and spoon around with you for cooking. George added, to stir up venison stew, flavored with some bitter tree roots. Probably better for you, Bess, than that sweet, gooey gravy you make out of chicken like gelatin and honey. Nancy laughed, then said, venison is delicious if you have good, strong teeth. She now continued with her guess
Yuck.
about the meaning of the
Venison,
petroglyphs
this
on
is
Mrs. Wabash's
disgusting.
tablet. Whether it was the weather
me,
or
it
the
tastes
long
like a
trek or
liver.
some other reason, I believe a great many members of the tribe became
And believe
ill
me,
or
I've
ill.
had to eat
This is
liver
indicated
because
by the figures in the line who are
my
lying on the
blood
ground.
was crazy
Then too, some of
after.
them may have been attacked by wild beasts or poisonous scorpions or vicious birds.
They
Here are pictures
suggested
of
I
all
eat
three.
liver.
This is a bucking ram. Over there is a
for at
huge
least 4
raven,
days,
and down here is a rock
non-stop.
scorpion. George asked,
So I
"Are there
figured out
any
how to
poisonous
cook
scorpions?"
liver.
According to this animal book, yes.
It worked.
Nancy replied. They have slender
My
tails and are
blood
yellow in color.
levels came
It
back
says
to
here
normal.
that the poison causes pain over
What
one's
normal
entire
for me?
body. Ugh,
Y'all look at
said
this
Bess.
color.
Then she asked, "How does a scorpion sting anyone?" Again, Nancy
Look
referred
what
to
it
the book and
covered.
read, "The sting
Wow.
is located at the end of the tail. It consists of a very sharp, curved tip attached to a bulbous
And I
organ.
forgot to
This
put
organ
any
contains glands that secrete
setting
poison."
spray on
It's
it
like
or
a poison
anything,
reservoir.
y'all, because I'm
Bess
just,
looked alarmed. "And we're going to
completely-
find scorpions out at our campsite in Nevada."
my mind is kind of
"Sure thing," George replied. "If you get
out
bitten,
there.
it'll be a long walk for you back to town to a doctor. And of course the rest of us will be
But
too
it's going to
busy
be
to drive
okay
you.
now.
You're horrid," said Bess,
I just
tossing
hate
her head.
watching him
"Just
be
the
in
same,
pain.
I don't want a
That's,
scorpion to bite me."
I
Nancy
hate
interrupted
watching him
George's
be in
kidding to
pain.
say that the
And I'll
article
take
explained
some
what
of
could be
this
done
stuff,
for a
which I've
scorpion
never
sting.
used either.
"First, you tied a tourniquet near the puncture between the sting and the victim's heart. Then put an ice pack
Shake
over
it
the
up,
sting.
and I can't even
Even
get
better
it
than
open.
that, fill a vessel with half ice and half water, and have the person completely submerge the stung area. Please, no more."
Okay, I just broke the seal
Nancy
on it.
changed the subject and went on with her story.
Okay, now
about
I'm going
Talbot.
to use this.
"See
This is
symbol that looks
from
like a rake? Mrs.
Believe
Wabash said it was
Beauty,
supposed
and
to
I did
indicate
not pay
rain,
that.
probably heavy rain. "I see it," said Bess.
I
"Maybe
went
these
and
poor
looked,
people were lost in a flood. That's possible,
and it was
Nancy.
99
At
cents.
one time there must have been plenty of rain.
And this
because
has got a
whole
pink
area
hue
was
to it,
very
which y'all
lush
know I
and in
like the
places
pink
quite
hue.
swampy." George was skeptical of this.
So I'm going
"How
to
can they
use
tell
it.
that?" she asked. Nancy said, "Mainly through the trees.
Excuse me.
In the Valley of Fire in the desert outside of Las Vegas, there are pieces of petrified trees. They had to be submerged in water with chemicals in it for a long, long time.
I don't know
before
what
they
the
became
fuck they're
petrified.
going on about.
Also, by reading the rings on tree trunks, as you know,
But shut
one
up
can count the
already.
age of a tree because each ring represents a year.
I don't
If
like the
rings
way
are
she
wide,
reads
that
it
means there
all.
was plenty of water.
She
If they're
sucks.
very narrow, there's been a drought. Apparently in the place where we're going to camp, the vegetation went from very green and watery, probably millions of years ago, to less and less rainfall. The result was that by 10,000 BC, streams slowly began to dry up. Finally, the area became a desert. George asked, "What are these lines for?" She pointed. "They look like steps with no sides or support." Nancy nodded. "I think it represents a stone stairway chiseled out of the rock by the people who lived at a certain spot." "George, do you know what this means? The steps might even lead down to that buried golden treasure."
Oh, that's
George
pretty,
grinned.
isn't it?
"Don't get carried away, Nancy." Bess interrupted. "Here come the boys." The three girls raced downstairs, and each asked, "Did you find anything?" Bert took a slab
Wow,
of
that's
rock out of his
pretty.
pocket. It
We're,
was a
now
perfect
we're going to
specimen
put
for
some
Nancy to use for a substitute stone.
this
"That's great,"
bronzer
she
stuff
exclaimed.
on there
"You boys are going to be
and make
wonderful
it
at the dig in the Nevada desert."
shiny.
"Hope you're right," Ned replied. He took a package tied in cloth from a bag he was carrying. "Here are some up-to-date chipping tools for you to use, Nancy. But really, it isn't fair.
Just on my,
You should
I'm
chip
just
as
going to
the
use
ancient
this
Indians
on
did,
my
with a sharp stone."
T-zone
Nancy
for
laughed.
right now.
"I'm
See how
afraid
it
I was
looks.
born too late for that. Anyway, it would
I
take
have
too
never
long,
used
and
this.
we
It
must
was the
hurry."
first time I
Before
opened
beginning
it.
her work, she studied the series of
And
pictures
I'm
she had
thinking,
drawn. Some of the figures were like
I
the
like it.
original, but several had been changed.
It's
Among
just
these
this
were the
little bitty
stone steps.
thing.
She had substituted
It has a
pointed spikes
squeeze
drawn by
thing, but
lines.
I squeezed
Nancy
all
heard
of
the
it
phone
out because
ring.
I'm just getting
In a
it
couple
off
of
of
minutes,
the
Hannah grew in, came to tell
tip
her
of
that
the
Mrs.
little
Wabash was calling.
vial
"Good," the girl sleuth exclaimed as she left the room.
and just pat it
Mrs.
here and
Wabash said she
there.
had been threatened while staying at the motel and had been in touch with the police. They in turn had advised her to move out inconspicuously and to leave no forwarding address. "I thought of returning home immediately," the Indian woman said, "but I wanted to see you again and talk
That's
over
so
several
racist,
things. I have
Indian
taken a room
woman.
in a private home.
I'm a third
It's very
Indian.
secluded."
Yes, I had
The
blonde hair and
thought
blue
rushed
eyes,
through
but
Nancy's head that her
my
own home might be
granddaddy
gone,
was half.
and she had better find
My
out.
grandmama,
Quickly, she wrote on
half.
a pad, "Surround the house in case of a wiretapper."
That makes
She
me
waved
a
the note
third.
toward the group in the living room, and Ned came to her at once.
My daddy,
He read the words
full.
quickly and gave orders to different
Well, no,
friends to
he
leave
was
the
a
house
fourth.
by the various exits. He would go out the front door. The group hurried away in all
That's so
directions.
racist.
And in less than a
Indian.
minute, the house had been surrounded. Ned spotted a
You call 'em
teammate
by
before him
Cherokee,
behind thick bushes in front of the
or you
Jersey
call them
club.
by their
He was
squad,
holding a
but you don't
listening
call them
device in the
Indian.
house. Earphones were attached to the gadget. "Come and get him." Ned yelled to his friends. Like
Okay,
lightning,
y'all, I
he
like
accosted
this.
the boy and took
This
the instrument away from
is
him. The youth glared at Ned.
Party
Just who do you think
Queen
you are?
Liquid
The youth
Glow.
asked. Never mind who I am.
Timo,
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
look at that.
The boy sneered.
I mean, look at this,
I don't
y'all.
have to tell you anything. Let go of me. I've got my rights. By this time, Bess and Dave had run around the corner of the house and had come up to the boy. He stared
Okay,
at them and
now
who is he?
let's do us
Dave
some
asked.
blush. I do
He
have
won't
a
tell me,
mess
Ned
here,
replied. But
and
maybe
it's
he'll
driving
tell
me
me. I'll tell
crazy,
nobody anything.
and I don't know what to do with
I
my.
got my rights. You have your nerve.
Oh, there it is.
Grabbing hold of me. Ned's eyes blazed at the incident. I want to know why you think you have the
My
right to be here
rights.
with a listening device. Who put you up to
Because
that?
I've got this shit
The boy
everywhere.
refused to answer. In the meantime, Mrs. Wabash was saying to Nancy, "My name while I'm staying here is Mrs. Mary Morton, and I'm from New York City."
Okay, I'm going
Nancy
to
giggled.
try.
"Is Mrs. Morton coming over here?" The Indian woman said she would not dare do so for fear of being seen.
This
with a
bronzer.
tattoo. Could you and Ned possibly come to my place this evening? Of course. As
Blush.
soon as Nancy finished her
What
conversation
I'm going to
with
do
the
is go
Indian
into the
woman,
bronzer
she
and
hurried
then
out
go
the front
into the
door.
blush.
When Ned saw her, he said, "Here's your wiretapper." Nancy looked at the boy, whom she had never seen before, and asked him who he was.
Wow.
The youth refused to answer this or any other questions. We'll take him down to police headquarters.
It's not
and
very
offer.
blendable, though.
Unfortunately, this wiretapping device is not a recorder, so we have no way of knowing how
Oh,
much of
yeah, I
the
don't
conversation
like
was
that.
heard. Nancy heaved a great sigh. She was suddenly worried that the youth had heard about Mrs. Wabash's new name and the substitution of the stone tablet. Chapter 5. The Fake Tablet. As Nancy and her friends walked toward the front door, she said, "Instead of you boys taking this young man to the police, I'd rather hold him and ask the police to come here." The others looked surprised, and the youth became angry. He shouted, "You can't keep me here. I got my rights." Ned spoke up. "You do not have the right to bug a person's home unless you have permission from the proper judiciary." The boy broke away from the front door, but Ned, who
I
was
mean,
next to him, grabbed the youth and yanked him back.
Look at the colors I just
Glaring,
used
the
to
boy
make
said no more,
this.
and they all walked into the living room and sat
And I
down.
actually think that's
Nancy's
very
friends looked to
beautiful.
her
If
for
I
an
just mixed the
explanation
two
of why
colors,
she wanted to hold
and
the
if it was
suspect.
too red,
"We have no legal
then I'll
right
put
to
a
frisk
little
this
bit
boy,"
more of the
she
gray
replied.
color.
The police do. "It's just possible he has a tape recorder hidden on
And
him.
we'll put some up
If
here.
so, an officer can play it back. I'd like to
And
hear what's
here.
been recorded." She went to phone Chief McGinnis. Within a few minutes, he arrived with one of his men. They advised the prisoner of his rights and started to frisk him. He objected violently and began to fight, but he was soon subdued. "Good guessing, Nancy," the chief said. "Here's a tape recorder in a pocket of his jacket." The gadget was very small but efficient. The tape began with directions to mosey from some man to spy on the Drew home. He was also to make a recording of any conversation he could pick up on the bugging
I'm
device.
just going to go with this
Mosey had been
gray
told
under
to bring it
here.
back to the boss. "Who is the boss?" the chief asked him. Silence. The tape continued with conversations inside
Y'all got
the
this
Drew's
on
house.
sale too.
Nancy held her breath for fear it would continue.
$2.50. You can make makeup
But it ended
work
soon after
because
the telephone
of
had
color.
rung and Nancy had answered the call.
Use
The young
color
detective was relieved that it had not revealed the Indian woman
to
whose
do
assumed name
anything.
and
I
temporary
love
address.
color.
Ned said
And
to the
I
chief.
use everything
Nancy
for
quickly
color.
scribbled a note instructing us to surround the house
Different
and hunt for a
things.
wiretapper.
You know
The
what I
two
mean?
officers smiled.
You see how
The
that
chief
made my
patted Nancy on
nose
the back
stand
and
out a
said,
little bit? Let's
"Good
do
work
this
again."
one a little bit
He
more.
turned to the teenage boy.
It's
"Come
color.
along, Mosey," he ordered. The two
it
officers left
is
with their prisoner, taking
is
the tape
color.
with them to use as evidence against him. "I feel
And you can
positively
take
we..."
any color
Left side.
and turn it
What a
into
day.
what you need
Nancy
it to be.
smiled. "You can rest while I
Look
start
how
chipping
those
the stone,"
colors
Boris thought. She
ended
went
up like
upstairs to get her
this.
ski goggles, so that none of the fine pieces of stone would fly into her
This
eyes.
one's a little
The other young
darker,
people watched her work and were amazed at the precision.
or it may be the
First, she
light.
took some hard
Hell,
white
it may
chalk
be the
and
light.
carefully
It is
drew
the
the
light.
outlines of the petroglyphs on the new tablet. Since the pictures on the
Okay.
stone were very small,
So now I'm going
Nancy
to go
worked
in.
slowly and carefully. Presently, she had finished a deer. A few minutes later,
I'm
she
making a
completed
mess.
a shiny
Now I'm
sun
going to go
instead of
in
the
with
rate
this
symbol for
palette
hand.
here
"Anybody else want to try this?"
from
she
Temu.
asked. The only one who said yes was Dave. He was studying archaeology at Emerson College and could draw
I think
very
I'm going
well.
to go in for this
He exchanged
brown
seats with
looking
Nancy
color
and picked up the tools.
here,
Dave used the tiny hammer and the little
This
chisel
color
meticulously,
right
and
here,
a few minutes later displayed the figure
and
of
just
a
go
sheep.
over just the
They're perfect
tip
imitations, Ned
so I
observed.
can bring those
Foxy
two colors
Fleetfoot is sure
together.
going to be fooled.
and see
Dave
what it
made one more
does,
figure,
the color
which
it
looked
made,
like a
that,
cross.
that brown
Then
looking
Nancy
color.
went back to work.
Look at
There
this
was an
one.
interruption.
Watch this.
A phone call came from Chief McGinnis. He said that
Because
Mosey's
you're
fingerprints
mixing
had been
those
found in the
colors
files.
together,
His home is in Gadsby,
it
not
makes
far from
a
River
red
Heights.
color.
The police there said he had a record of petty thievery, car stealing, and participation in gang war. He's on parole, which of course he has broken, the officer added. We'll hold him here. By the way,
Okay.
he still refuses
think-
to give the
ooh.
name of his boss. I have a
I want to
suggestion,
try
Nancy
this
said.
powder.
Will you ask him if he was supposed to do an errand after sunset today for his boss? She held the phone for a full 5 minutes before the chief returned. I'm afraid my report is not much help, he said. Mosey still refuses to tell the
Let me
name of
use
the
this
man for
brush,
whom he's
though.
working. But when I asked him your question, he did look scared. I have a feeling he's afraid of the boss, whoever he is, and that if he says anything, he'll be
I'm
punished
just
by
gonna
him.
put some
Chief McGinnis promised to
in
call
this
Nancy
lid,
if there were any new developments in the case. And good luck on your project tonight.
and work it
Yeah,
into the
check.
brush.
Nancy returned to chipping
then
when
just
she
go
cleaned Ash. Each
Not where
hour's
my
later.
shiny parts
Now comes
are,
the
but
tricky
the other
part,
parts.
she announced to her
Because I
friends.
do want to
Bess
keep my
giggled.
shiny.
I'd say the whole thing is pretty tricky. What's this little thing down in the corner? You remember the tiny lizard that I
That
thought
smells
lighted up
really
at one
good.
point? Nancy answered. Oh, you think that's some kind of an identification mark?
Smells really
Bess
good.
queried. Nancy nodded.
This is
That's
at
why I didn't change it from the original.
the Dollar
If it's on the
General.
other tablets, the boss would notice if
It's
one said it
called
was missing
Talc-Free
or changed.
Formula.
I see.
Established in
Is the stone ready
1935,
to be
it's
delivered
air
now?
spun loose
Oh
face
no,
powder.
Nancy replied. Next comes the aging process. Bess looked puzzled. But you
And
have to
here's
deliver
its
it this
color.
evening. That doesn't leave much time for aging.
I
Nancy
heard a
laughed.
lot
She
about
called to Ned,
this.
who had just finished watching the final scene of an exciting Western movie.
And
Yes,
y'all,
he
that's
said,
really
reaching
good.
for
I
some.
mean,
Nancy asked
it's
if he
not
would mind
tacky
doing
or
it.
anything.
I'm not sure where you can find gypsum, but try the lumber first. I want a
Oh,
little bit of it.
I
Ned
forgot the
grinned.
sponge.
I won't return
I don't
until
use
have
these
it.
sponges. I
The
use
others
my
asked what they
brush.
could do to help.
This
Nancy's
specific
eyes twinkled.
brush is
Want a real
for
dirty job, she asked.
just for
No
powder.
thanks. Bess replied
And I like to
promptly.
dust it off
I have
each
on one of my
time,
best
so let me
suits,
put that
and I don't let
back.
her ruin it. George gave her cousin a sidelong disapproving
And now
glance
we're
and said to
gonna
Nancy,
do
how dirty is the job and what is it? Nancy told her she needed
eyeliner.
some lampblack. Since we don't have any kerosene or oil lamps here, we'll
I
have
think
to
I want to
use
use
something else.
this
I
one.
suggest black soot from inside the fireplace chimney. Bert stepped forward. That sounds more like a man's job, he said. How much do you need? Oh, 3 or 4 tablespoonfuls. Ask Hannah for an old dish and a scraper. Bert went off to get the articles, then returned, took off his sweater, and rolled his shirt sleeves up to the shoulder. At that moment, Hannah grew and appeared in the doorway with a large coverall apron. Put this on, she told the young man. Bert burst out laughing bitterly. At once George said, Nancy, where's your camera? This picture is too good to miss. Up in my room, Nancy replied. George rushed off to get it. Bess came forward. Nancy, I don't want to be a quitter. Isn't there some clean job you can give me? Yes. Take some of this chalk out to the kitchen and crush it to a fine powder with a rolling pin. By the time the chalk and the lampblack were ready, Ned returned with some finely powdered gypsum.
This is
The young people
Timo.
trooped into the kitchen. Nancy was carrying
Beautiful
the tablet with
color.
her. Now she spread a newspaper on the kitchen table and mixed the 3 powders
I think
together.
I've got
When
my,
they were
yeah, I
well
did.
blended, she
My
added the
mascara in
formula,
here.
about a quarter of
I
a
want to use this
teaspoonful at a
MAC
time.
one.
George
I
heaved a
love it.
sigh. Nancy, your patience is beyond me. Let's get this job over with. Nancy smiled but said nothing. When she had what she thought was the right consistency of paste, she smeared it over the top of the tablet, temporarily obliterating the petroglyphs. This has to harden, she explained. Then I'll turn the tablet over and do the other side. In
I
the
got
meantime,
the
how
blue
about a
on
little
there,
music?
a little
Bess, do
thick,
you feel like playing the
so
piano?
it stands out
Sure. The young people gathered in the
among
room.
my.
Nancy opened her guitar
black
case
mascara.
and asked who would like to play.
You see
the
what
others
it did?
insisted that she and Dave take turns. For the next half hour,
See this
they sang
one?
old songs
Watch.
and new. Dave
Because
amused them with an
it's
original
black
verse.
and this is
We're off
this
to the
blue.
forgotten city. If we don't find the treasure, it'll be a PITY. I'll say it will be, George echoed.
And see how it
Presently,
covers it up,
Nancy
but it's
left the
still
group
there.
To return to the kitchen. She felt the paste on the tablet and decided it was hard
Let's
enough to
do the
turn the
little
mouth over
ones.
and antique the underside. This took only a few minutes. Soon she was back with the group, but kept one eye on her watch. Exactly half an hour later, Nancy returned to the kitchen. This time the others followed and watched as she wiped off the paste. She saved it in case the stone needed another layer. I guess it's done, she said. Now for the polishing job. She put a little wax on the
Okay.
cloth, went over the stone carefully until it matched the
Clean my
original.
lips off.
None of the aging process rubbed off. That was a great job, Ned said to her. The original and the new tablets were compared, and it was agreed that anyone except an expert on
I was
artifacts would
showing
be fooled by the
makeup that I
substitution.
didn't
The
want.
boys could hardly wait for
I
the
should have
second
did a
step. As
declutter,
soon as it
but
did, they left. Ned carried the
Kimmy
new
took
tablet,
most of it.
wrapped in brown paper. They went partway
She
to
was
the
in
old
love.
room, then walked the rest of
She
the
said,
distance
"Oh
from
my
behind
God,
them. Ned was holding the package, so
Kelly,
his
these are my
prominently
colors."
displayed.
I said, "I
After
know.
a
That's
while,
why
he
I
said,
saved them for
I
you,
guess this
Kim.
is the
I'm
right
not
oak.
dumb."
Well, it's a whopper.
So
He laid
she
the tablet
took
on the ground
all
beside
the
him.
palettes except
Then
for
the boys
two,
started walking back to the main
which
room.
made me
In the
very happy
meantime,
because
Nancy, Bess, and George had
you know,
followed
it's
in
not
Nancy's
wasted.
convertible. When they reached the old road that led into the mine,
hang
Nancy
on one
started up
second.
the old Bess asked. There was another shout,
Okay, y'all.
and then a voice called out. "You
Didn't
won this
tell you I
time,
was
but
going
watch it.
away, but I
The
went to
friends of
check
the
on
guy
my
you
honey
couldn't
bunny.
We'll get you yet."
Um,
After that, there was silence.
he got
The
me an
group
Easter
remained where they
bunny.
were for nearly a minute. Finally, Ned said
I
he
said,
wanted
"No,
to
baby,
see
these
whether
are
the
no
package was
mirrors."
still at the old
First, he
arcade.
kept saying, "You
"Yes,
did
it
my
is,"
makeup."
he
I
called
said,
out. "Right where I
"What?"
laid it." George spoke up.
He
"So
said,
the
"You
gang
did
was
my
not
makeup,"
really
and I
after
said,
the package. They
"Yeah."
followed us only to punish you
He
boys
goes,
for having your friend arrested. The young people
So he
returned
is
to the two
doing
cars.
better,
Nancy and Ned climbed
and
into
I'm
the
so
convertible.
glad because
Ned took the wheel and they set
yeah.
off for the Drew home. The rest of the group rode directly behind.
I can't.
By this time,
Him
nightfall
being
had come
sick
and the moon was shining
sets
brightly.
me over the
Presently,
edge
Nancy detected a moving
because I
shadow
don't like
among
when
the
he's in
trees.
pain.
She asked Ned to stop
And
and
y'all,
signal the other car to halt. "Look over there," she said, pointing out the window.
this is
A
morphine
tall, lanky
pain.
boy was warily hiking in the direction of the
They
old
gave
mine.
him
The
morphine,
next second, he disappeared. Nancy
which
and her friends got out of the cars and watched for a few minutes, but did not
took
see
his
the youth. They
oxygen
could still
level
see
down
the
to
old oak tree.
81.
No one was near him. Finally, Nancy spoke. "I believe
And I was
something
like,
happened to that
"Oh,
boy.
hell no, what
He
the
must
fuck
have
is
fallen
going
and knocked
on?"
himself out. Or
And they
perhaps he
said,
slipped
"Because
into an old mine
look at this,
hole."
y'all.
Thoroughly
It's
alarmed,
white.
the young people went toward the spot where the boy had disappeared.
It's supposed to
holding
help
their
with the
flashlights.
color."
"Watch out for a trap," Ned warned. The searchers walked carefully, surveying every inch
The
of the
way you
ground
want it.
before they
Ooh,
walked
that's
over
too
it. "Listen,"
pink.
Nancy said suddenly.
I mean, it's not
"I think I heard a
bad,
cry for
but
help." Her friend stopped short
oh,
and waited for another call. There
oh,
was no doubt about it when another feeble click
okay.
came. "Help! Help!" The group swung their flashlights around but could see no one. Nancy walked forward. "I'd say that cry came from down below. Let's
Fix
look for
it.
a hole." The group crept
I've got
forward,
stuff on this and I
presently
fix
George
everything
said, "I
with
see you." She played
my
her light on the
makeup.
spot. A tangled
But this
mass
is
of
from
vines
Timu,
apparently
y'all,
covered the
and this
opening.
is the color I
None were broken.
used, and
Flashlights
I
were beamed
do
down
believe
into the
they're
hole.
the same
It was deep.
brand.
"Help! Get me out of
Yes.
here!"
No.
A frantic voice cried. "We'll try,"
They are
Nancy
not.
shouted.
This
She
one
examined
is
the hole
this
and found
brand,
a rickety wooden ladder on one side.
Case,
The girl
or
detective
Chase,
strong light
and this
straight down
one
into the hole
is
and could see the lanky young man lying
Magic
on the ground.
Casa.
"Climb up the ladder," Nancy told him. "I'll guide you with the light. I can't do it. My arm's
Timu,
broken."
y'all
"It's
look
no
at the
use.
colors of this
Then I'll
stuff.
come down and help
Look
you,"
at,
Nancy offered. Ned stepped
it's
forward.
not on my teeth,
"Don't you think I'd better go?"
not on my
Nancy shook her
teeth,
head.
but
"That ladder looks mighty rickety. And
y'all
I
know
think
what
you
gets
come
me
right
about
with me."
Timu
"A good
makeup
many," he corrected.
is
"All right, but be careful."
you don't
Nancy had
have
no
to
trouble
use setting
descending the
spray.
ladder until she came
It's
to the
on
third
there.
rung from the
Okay,
bottom.
it's on
Then,
there.
without warning, it splintered and threw her off balance.
Already
She
had this
landed
from
in a heap
lipstick,
beside the
but
strip of
this
wood.
here,
From above, Bess cried out, "Oh goodness! Nancy,
you
are
don't
you
have to
hurt?"
use setting
"No,
spray.
I'm all right,"
And
Nancy
like
shouted
with,
as she
because I
scrambled.
used the
Then she leaned over the boy. "Tell me what happened to you. Didn't you know about
foundation,
this place?" "No, and I didn't see the hole in the dark."
this
he
stuck
replied.
to it
"But how
and
am I going
melted
get
to
out of
it.
here?
But y'all seen
Can you
these
stand?"
colors?
Nancy
And
asked,
yes, I
wondering
use
if
this
the
as a
boy had any further
bronzer.
injuries.
Both
With her
colors
assistance, he got up.
together
"I guess I'm all
as
right
a
except for the
bronzer,
sign.
and then
It hung
the
limp
gray
inside.
to
I'm
bring
so sorry," Nancy
the
said.
bronzer
She
color
then asked him to
out.
try climbing the ladder by using one hand.
But this
to
is
support.
it, y'all.
"I'll help boost you," she offered. With the
Let
old
me
wooden ladder now groaning and
cut
cracking.
some of this stuff
She managed to
off.
help him until those above could grab his uninjured arm in the back of his coat and pull him to safety. Nancy scrambled
I
up
don't
the
think I
steep
need
flight
all
of
them
steps.
lights, do
Ned
y'all?
began to question the boy, who said his name
But
was
yet,
Gorgo. We'll take you to a hospital, he offered. Have you any choice about which one? No,
anyway, this is
Jim
it,
replied.
y'all.
But I guess the River
I was
Heights
cleaning
General
my
would be
room
best.
today, so I
He was
changed some
helping
shit
the nurse.
around.
Your regular folks.
My makeup stuff.
And I'm
I
mighty
will
lucky
show
you
y'all
happened
that
to come
later, but I
along.
need to go check
Nancy
on
spoke
him
to him
again. Look at
kindly.
that.
Jim, you're a very good
It
sport.
looked like a
I
gray
know that you're
color
in pain.
and a
But
tan
please
color.
explain why you were
It came out
inducted to
blue,
the
I guess, because
The
it
rickety ladder gave way.
broke
The boy
the
took so long to answer
pallet
that she
in
and Ned
the
thought he was being evasive.
delivery. It
Finally, he
tore it
said,
up.
I might as well tell you the truth.
But
A man sent me for a package that
I've
was
been
supposed to
busy
be
over
left at the
there
old oak tree. I thought I'd take a shortcut.
doing
But now
my,
I'm sorry
that
I didn't.
is my
Ned asked him, are you a member of the gang who tried to
workstation,
beat
like
us up?
tools and stuff. I
Oh
do have my
no,
tools up
Jim
there
replied quickly.
that I
I
love,
don't
but I
know anything
also
about
have
that. I
a
came here on my
whole
own. The man
two,
who wanted the package said he'd pay me well for getting it. I wasn't supposed to tell
what do you
anybody.
call them,
but you
shelves
folks have been
in
so
my
good to
closet
me.
there,
It's the least I can do. Jim suggested that
full
maybe one of the boys
of
would like to go back and get the
tools.
package and deliver it
There's my
himself.
nail
I guess the
salon.
man wouldn't care as
There's
long
my
as he gets the package. Nancy and Ned exchanged
hair and
glances. She
jewelry.
asked Jim, what's the
And then
man's name?
here is
I
my
don't know. Oh, come,
vanity.
said Ned. You must.
And I
Otherwise,
have been changing
how
stuff
would you know where to
around.
deliver
This
the
is
package?
now
Again, Jim
my
took a long time before
skincare,
answering.
some
Then
of
he
it
said,
that I need
honest,
to
I'm
start
telling the truth.
using up before it
I
goes
don't know
bad.
Ned's real name. He told me to call him Fleetwood.
And here is my setting
Nancy was
sprays
so
and
delighted
primers.
she could hardly keep from showing it. But she calmly asked,
And here
maybe
I
one of
just
us
have
could
my
take care of it.
wipes.
Where would we find
Here
this
is
man? Jim
nothing.
answered, you know where the
And
Waterfall
here
Motel is?
I have
Yes,
some
Nancy replied.
eyeshadows that are
Well,
metallic.
I don't think Fleetwood's staying at the motel.
And this is my
But he told me
mascara,
he needed
colored
Sounds easy,
mascara, and
then.
other
As soon as we reached
eyeshadows, and a
in a
couple
few
of
minutes
extra
later, we reached the
tools for
hospital.
drawers.
Ned drove up at once to
And
the
then
emergency
here
room.
is my
And
brush
right by
cleaning
Ned, he
station.
came outside with a wheelchair. Jim climbed into it.
Here is
Again,
my
he thanked the
bronzer
young people
drawer,
for
so we can put this back in
Then the
here.
nurse opened the door and pushed the new patient inside. At this moment, the other two couples drove up.
And here is
That
my
boy's
powder
lucky.
drawer, which there's
If we
loose
hadn't happened
powders
to go out there,
and
we might
pressed
have died of
powders.
starvation in that pit. The thought sobered the others, and there was little
And
hope to
here
return back to
is
the
my
and they all went back to the site of the old oak tree.
highlighter
The
drawer.
package was still there.
And
Dave got
I
out of
do
the other
love
car
my
and brought it to
highlighters,
Nancy.
y'all.
Thanks, she said. Now which of you boys is going to the
And
Waterfall
here,
Motel to deliver this? Dave
ooh,
said,
shit.
"Suppose
It's
I give
very
you this
heavy,
one."
but this is a
Fleetwood had never
sturdy
seen it.
drawer. It's for files. And yeah, I got this from Temu, and I covered it with this and put this on here. But these are all my bigger palettes.
I want him to get the big
Yeah.
Chapter 7.
And then here,
Dave walked slowly
oh
along the trees.
my God, I need to do something better about this, but this is all my perfusion stuff. And over here, I didn't do anything to. There's still my lip gloss, lipstick stuff, lip stains. But I did get this on the side of the road. It was just rolling in the road, and I said, oh my God. So I pulled over and picked it up, but I put all my unopened mascaras in it. And here's my eyelash drawer with some eyelashes here. And then here's some of those ones that are magnetic. I still can't figure out how to use them, but as you can see, I've used a lot, and I used them with glue. But I will figure it out by watching a video on them. And then here is my sponges, my facial tools, sharpeners, spoolies, razors, and some more razors, and my sponges there. And this one is my Glam Light drawer. Glam Light doesn't do anything new very often. This is shit from old age days, but I still like it. It's still good. This drawer, ooh, is empty except for these things, which are going in there. And then here I have my dirty brushes.
A picture was snapped
And
of
here
the
I moved my lipsticks over here
Apparently,
with
the
my
two men were unaware of
light.
the one of them quickly grabbed the stone tablet.
And I just moved
And the two
this
hurried up
angel
the
over
road.
here so
Dave
she,
did not follow.
with the doves, so
Instead,
she's
he set
highlighted
the
by
little
my
camera in
cherries.
motion to develop the picture.
And there
When it was
is
ready,
all my
he tore the paper out and walked the camera.
elf
He had
stuff.
photographed the faces of the two men. They were
Ooh,
clear enough to identify.
my hand doesn't work, y'all.
He returned
It's
to Nancy's house.
very tired. I'm very tired. But here is some more elf stuff, and that's for facial cleansing.
Here are the men who came
And then
after
here's
the
my
house.
smell good, y'all. This is brown vanilla sugar scent. This is from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. Y'all, this is freaking excellent. I mean, excellent.
To police headquarters at once and find out if these men were among one.
And up here
Oh, it's my turn again. Dave spoke up. They may want to
is
see
some
my
more
camera.
lipstick
Ned
stuff.
grinned, made no protest. Nancy and Dave set off for police headquarters. Chief Vivian was not on duty. The sergeant at the desk knew
And
Nancy's
it's part of
story
this.
about
This
sleep.
kind of deep down there like this. And I just got
Then
some
Seth
more
Rifle continued pictures
perfusion
of
stuff
one
up there. And the
After a long
Grinch. I
search,
can't
he
wait till
announced that they
Christmas
had
to
no
use
record of
him.
the two men. They must be Fleetwood's
And then
pals,
over here I have
suggested.
lots
The
of
sergeant
extra
nodded.
brushes.
He offered to have two different pictures made by Dave
And here,
Nancy.
sponges and
While the rookie was developing
brush
character,
cleaners for in between scrubbing your brushes.
we don't have one as fine as this in our department.
And here I have
Where did you
LA
get it?
Colors
Dave
stuff.
said it had been a gift from his
All of
uncle,
this is
who
LA
had partially
Colors.
invented the camera. It was not on the market yet.
And
Presently,
here
the rookie returned with the
is
picture
just Wet
and
and
handed them to
Wild.
Nancy and Dave.
I
The
love
sergeant
Wet
said
and
he
Wild
discussed
as
the case
well.
with Chief McGinnis,
Okay.
and some men would be alerted to water leaks through some-
And then here,
Nancy
finally
and
we
Dave
get to
went
sit
back to the
down,
drill home.
is my
The
blush
group soon
drawer.
decided to separate
Okay,
and
these are
return
all
to the girls'
blushes.
individual homes.
These are palettes
Breakfast
with
ahead, Nancy sang
blushes and highlights or
The
highlighters
following morning,
that
a phone
are
call came from
blushes,
Chief
like
McGinnis.
this one.
He reported to Nancy that
Is
his men had had no
blushes,
luck
all
in
different
tracing
color
the two
blushes
suspects
with
who had taken the
highlighters that
package
go
the
on
night
top of them.
I'm afraid, the officer said, that
And this
Fleetwood
one
and his
is
friend had too
unique.
much of a head start.
I love
They
this one.
probably
It's
left
got a
town
blue
right
in
after
it.
pickup. As Nancy
And
finished
you
the
can do
conversation,
anything with
the front
colors.
door
There's
bell
blushes,
rang. The
there's
postman was there with
bronzers,
a special
and there's
delivery.
highlighters.
Nancy signed for it, then took the letter.
I'll put it in this drawer because
This is
it's a
what I've been
palette.
waiting for, he said.
But these
I'll
are
take it.
ones that
I
have
asked the travel agent to sign it.
eyeshadows in
Ned
them,
opened the envelope quickly and pulled out plane
lip
tickets for the whole group.
glosses.
He explained that they would fly from River Heights
Ooh,
to Chicago,
shit.
then to Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll stay there with one of the
Highlighters.
boys from the university. He's going on a date
Look
with
at
us.
these beautiful
When will we
blushes.
leave?
Blushes,
Nancy asked. Tomorrow morning.
and
There was a
these
loud
are
squeal from Beth.
powder
Why didn't somebody tell me? I must go right home and pack. I haven't even decided
foundations.
what to take. Ned reminded her that all she had
And
to put in
these
her
ones
suitcase
right
was
here are
clothes.
all those. The
Everything
ones
else
that
was
look
to be
like
ready for
books
them
down
in
there.
I
They're all
learned
like
so
this.
easily, said Bess,
And,
that I'd better
and
take
this
plenty of
too,
something else.
and that,
George asked,
and then,
Nancy,
yeah.
are you going to carry the precious stone tablet with you or return it to Mrs. Wabash?
And then, hello
I'll call
baby,
Mrs. Wabash.
are you
I
okay?
mean Mrs. Mary
And then
Norton.
here is my color correctors,
Nancy phoned the woman and asked her
and
what
which
she wanted
I'm
done
gonna
with the tablet.
redo this
At once
because
Mrs.
I
Wabash
want my
requested that Nancy keep it. You have a lot of people with you, so there's less chance of its being stolen from you. I'll be traveling alone.
color
Are you going
correctors
back home
and
soon?
concealers in different
Nancy Clare.
spots.
Yes. The girl detective now asked if it was possible
If you know
for
what I
someone
mean.
to come to Drew Hall and decipher the symbol on the tablet. Do you recall what was on the other
Because
side? Vaguely.
it makes it a lot easier for me.
To disguise herself
These are
as-
all my
and take
color
a taxi
correctors. They
to
got a pink hue to them,
Nancy got out the
and they work fabulous for that. Like that one's got a pink hue, but more a tan hue to it. But yeah. Oh, and that is an actual color corrector. So is this. So is this. But anyway, this goes here with these. These are color correctors. That is two. I think that's it. That is too, man, but that is dark, but you can put that with something and make it the color you exactly want. And then here's my eye primers, all my eye primers. And then here is my
Maybe that's on another tablet.
their
Nancy suggested. Possibly. Mrs. Wabash
foundations.
The tablets
but
had no
like
marks
this
on them
one's
to indicate
powder,
the order in which they were
cream to
taken.
powder. This
I was
one's
working on
cream.
that just before
This
they
one's
were stolen
cream.
from me.
This one's a
The
mousse.
conversation was
Cream.
interrupted by the
Cream to
telephone,
powder. Cream to
and
powder.
Nancy left
Cream
to
to
answer.
powder. Cream to
Chief
powder.
McGinnis
Cream
was
to
calling.
powder.
I have a
And
little
this
news for
is
you,
a
Nancy.
color
I
corrector,
don't know how
which
useful
goes
it is,
with
though.
that one.
Two of my patrolmen spotted the menu,
And here
but they declared they had already
we
delivered
have
the package
all
and were
AOA.
innocent of any wrongdoing.
Everything in this drawer belongs to AOA.
Nor would they identify the man to
And
whom
this
they
one,
package deemed the thief were looking for. Of course,
this one
we
is
had to
my
let them know
tubes, which is
but they'll
skin
be kept under
tints.
surveillance.
And these are
If anything
glowy
else
skin
comes in, I'll let
tints.
you know.
And these right
Nancy
here
Fenton
are
then
foundations.
went back to hear
And
more
these
of
right
Mrs.
here
Wabash's story.
are
She confessed to
silk
having thought that Chuck Walla lighted up would probably
skin.
Bess had been studying one of the human figures. She giggled. This creature doesn't seem to be wearing
They're
any
skin
clothes, but
silks,
has a very fancy
satin
headdress.
drops,
The Indian woman
foundation.
said she had translated this to mean that the two
And
figures, which she thought were male and female, could indicate
that
a
is
battle
it.
between the chief and his
Okay.
people coming.
So
I
anyway,
believe the
y'all,
evil one, Mrs. Wabash said, because of the elaborate
he's
headdress,
gonna get better.
which
I
no
know
doubt
he
was taken
is.
from the
And
chief
I just
and
need
put on
to
the head of
sleep,
the
but
revenue. George remarked,
I can't
"That's a
when
fascinating
he's
theory. It will be fun to prove
in
it someday."
pain. They actually
As they
wanted
all
to
stared
keep
at the
him.
other figures, Nancy,
Yes,
who had been
last
using the
night.
magnifying
And
glass,
he talked the doctor
suddenly
out of
exclaimed,
it.
"Look at this. Factory. Say it in code. I am the lower
Anyway,
right-hand
y'all,
corner of the
Kooky
glass."
Kelly out.
Nancy had detected an almost obliterated
Please
outline mark. It has
subscribe.
very faint petroglyphs on it.
Give me a thumbs up on my channel.
Mrs. Wabash,
Please leave me a
then
comment.
Nancy's
I love
friends,
my comments.
looked at it through the
Y'all look at
magnifying
my
glass.
baby hair. This
Finally,
ain't
Bess said,
baby
"What do
hair,
you think the
okay?
marks represent?"
This is called out
It
of
doesn't look like
control.
much to me. Nancy waited for Mrs. Wabash to answer, but when she did not speak, the young detective said, "Could this carving depict one of the
Baby
old
hair,
Italian-"
my foot.
Ned remarked that if it were, this was an amazing
And y'all,
invention.
what gets me is this
Nancy,
really
now
super
thoroughly
duper white
went for
baby
an
hair.
even stronger magnifying glass,
Look at it.
which her father kept in a desk drawer.
Anyway,
She trained it on the faint
leave me a
petroglyph.
comment.
This looks like a man gathering something from a stream. I think this hairline marking
Damn
indicates
it.
a stream. Maybe he has found gold nuggets and will make a plate from them. She handed the magnifying glass
Like,
to the
subscribe,
owner of the
leave me a
table.
comment, and share my
Mrs.
channel.
Wabash?
I do
The
appreciate
Indian
y'all.
woman
If I
gazed at
don't
the
come
symbol
on
a long
tomorrow,
time.
you know why.
I believe you're right, Nancy.
I'm probably
She said.
sleeping or
She added that Nancy
trying
had made a
to
valuable contribution to the mystery.
take care of my honey
I
bunny.
would even guess that the long
I love you
forgotten
guys. I
symbol ran
appreciate
along the
you.
banks of
And
the
I
stream.
thank you for
The
your
golden plates
comments,
perhaps were
okay?
made from nuggets found there,
Especially,
and the plates are hidden in that
you know who
area.
you are.
Best
My
side.
Cheryl,
Do you think we can ever find that city in the sheets of gold?
my Charlotte,
I'll
my
wager,
Pat,
said Bert, that if
Elizabeth.
anybody can find them, Nancy Drew can.
Thank y'all. I
The young
appreciate
sleuth
y'all
friend.
thinking about
It's a
me
big order,
other
but I
than
hope
just
you're
doing
right.
makeup,
Mrs.
okay?
Wabash rose to leave. She
Cookie
said she
Kelly
would meet
out.
the young people at
Bye,
Las Vegas.
y'all.
I'll memorize your address.